What are you doing?
I got to ask you about it. You're definitely involved in the business end of a lot of what's out there that is marketed as 50 Cent, as you. Do you have to tread a fine line between keeping your credibility with especially your original fans and being a businessman?
Well, for me, it's my personal growth. Mm-hmm. Like as I get into different things.
But you got to take some shit from people. I'm sure there's
you got people that's gonna hate you for whatever you do. You know what I mean? And then they're not even being conscious of the actual business.
Right.
See, the guy who was in hip hop 10 years ago, if he had the same morals and the things that they consider street would give you street credibility and everything, he's completely broke right now.
Yeah.
He's a VH1 special. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You watch that Hammer special, man. Oh, that hurts.
Yeah, like it's crazy. Because he didn't understand brand extensioning.
Uh-huh.
When the business is changing and the marketing dollars are changing. So if the company can't see the same returns off the CD sales, which we know obviously isn't the same, they can't spend the same marketing dollars they could on presenting you to the public as a star.
But who turns you on to vitamin water? Like, who would think to get into that? And what a payday you got from vitamin water.
Initially, vitamin water for me, it's so basic, man. Like, I went into Walmart, the no-frills section, like, they had toilet paper for 29 cents. So I was like, yo, how much does this cost to make?
It's got to be like nothing, right?
Yeah, it has to be 9
They're
cents.
selling it for 29 cents, right?
Like, and then I'm like, I just want to take 3 of these, put it in a wrapper with a different brand, and move it to the middle of the aisle.
And sell it for 50 cents.
You know what I'm saying?
Holy crap.
That's all I want to do.
That's all you did.
You know what I'm saying? So when you're looking at that, like, and initially look at spring water. You got Poland Spring in the same section for like $2.89, and then you got 59, the same gallon of water for 59 cents, and they say this is spring water too.
Yeah, what's the difference?
So I'm like,
the price?
I don't know the difference. Me, I'm like, they're both spring water. It's just 2 different things. It's just which brand are you going to actually pay for. So I'm saying, like, I wanted to actually go into I just wanted to move the spring water from 59 cents to $1. You know what I'm saying? Like, there had to be a bigger profit margin. If I could just take 59 cents more off of what they already have, and they got that profit point selling it at 59 cents. If I could just move it into the middle and then spend marketing dollars to brand it.
And he's thinking of all this shit when the store manager's following him around the store.
Saying, hurry up and buy.
Exactly.
Hurry up and buy. So then I explored the possibilities. The vitamin water thing, I came across it in Los Angeles, in the gym, working out. And, I was looking for a supplement for soda. And they had flavor. I had so much water that it just, like, I felt like I wasn't. After a while, you'd be looking like, I don't want that. I want soda. I want sugar.
Sure.
And then that was the thing that I had in between all of the water that I had while I was training. And then, I did the research. It was a private-owned company based in Queens, and they was providing stock options for their employees to create incentive for them because it was private-owned. And then they allowed me, when I came in, I bought equity from individuals. Because people who go to work live in the now. They say, well, if I sell this, I can move. Junior can have his own room, and we can get a new car now. And, they spend the money before they actually get the money once they know someone's willing to buy it. And then, they sell it.
How did you get educated as far as the business end goes? Because there aren't many people that are that, streetwise. And also, you've been in the shit earlier in your days. We've all heard the stories. When did that happen where now you're talking fucking like stock options and shit?
Well, it's a lot of new information coming at the same time, but if you've always actually wanted those opportunities and didn't have the finances or generate the interest that allow you to be involved in those deals, when the opportunities come, you absorb it and you learn. Like, right, New York City is a million. When the nighttime comes on, every light is representation of a great idea that has no finances to support it.
Yeah.
Wow. Could
you say that again? Because I'm completely lost.
I said tonight, when the sun goes down, every light in New York City is representation of a great idea that doesn't have finances to support it. So a lot of people have good ideas. They just don't have the finances or the energy around them to make someone else come in and actually support it with the finances.
There's a chance. You're taking obviously a chance with your backing with the money.
Yeah.
But then you got to make kind of an educated choice. If you want to invest in something. The vitamin water was a great idea.
That's not just all 50 cents. See, the public just sees me, but they don't see my attorneys.
There
and
you
a
go.
team of people that I send to do due diligence on the companies that I associate myself with.
I'd love to see them because mine fucking stink. They got me involved in the stock market 5 months ago.
Wow.
5 months ago. Like, it's a great time.
That's true.
Jump
Yeah.
in.
I just want to get an attorney.
Bobby turned me on yesterday, actually. He's been talking about thisis50.com.
Actually, it was
Yeah.
Patrice turned me on to it, just to give him credit. Patrice O'Neill
Yeah.
turned me on to your website. That's a Ning website, right?
Yeah.
It's your own community.
Yeah.
You instead of MySpace,
It's
you
all
joined
there.
50 Space.
Right.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
I mean, it's doing great too. Like, I mean, it's an opportunity. Recently, I'm turning it into like a network where things happen weekly. Like they wait for Pimp and Curly. Then the following week, it's a new episode. Like, because Rick Ross, like, I don't get anything out of going back and forth with an artist that haven't established themselves as a creditable artist to begin with. But I feel like if I don't compete with artists that challenge me, that I'm feeling like I'm above the actual culture.
Well, can we tell what people what the Rick Ross thing is, too? Because there's like a conflict with another rapper, and Bobby turned me on. What you did was what everybody would want to do.
Right.
The guy was, I guess, what was he, just shit-talking you for nothing?
Yeah, he just came pretty much because the album's going to come. He looked for additional publicity by, saying different things. And then he called me Curly. And when you call me Curly, it's like, like Mo, Larry, and Curly. Call me Curly. I said, well,
The F would do that.
I created this character
Don't
called
call me
Pippin-
Shimp,
Pippin
motherfucker.
Curly. And then I started creating these webisodes that happen every week. And it's generating millions and millions of hits.
But you're really embarrassing him because this guy came out and it was I guess he started something.
Yeah.
So what you do is you come on and you go, I'm gonna fuck up your life, and which is really gonna be unpleasant to hear.
But the seriousness where you went, you know what? Nobody tells. I have no bosses, and I've decided. You actually made a decision
To do it.
to fuck up. You said I'm gonna
that's
fuck
fantastic.
your
Yeah,
life
because
up.
I'm saying to you right now, I have 90% of my project completed. Only reason why it's not 100% completed is because I have to wait for Dre to be complete what he's doing with M in Detroit before I can have him to focus on everything else to mix the last few pieces of my actual album. So M's album will end up coming out first now because he'll be done by the time I get my hands on Dre.
Right.
So I make good music away from him, but when me and Dre are together, it's something organically it happens that I want to see happen on this project. So I'll wait. I'll be patient. So while you do that, this guy decides to jump out there at a time that I have idle time. I would fuck you up. I have disposable cash. I would sit there and figure out how to fuck your life up.
Now you got time to give it a little thought.
You said I have disposable cash to fuck another human being's life up. That's
This
the
is crazy.
scariest thing.
You picked the wrong time. Bad time.
So if you had stuff to do, you'd be like, you'd let it go.
Yeah, but I tapped him and just kept it moving. But now I'm gonna beat his ass.
Jimmy, get into what he
But
did.
it's not.
This is amazing.
It's the stuff you'd want to do because immediately you think like, all right, there's two rappers going at it. There's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
This is just embarrassing shit. He takes the guy's ex-girlfriend, the